Hello, everybody. How you doing? This is your Professor of Positivity, Dr. John Gray. Welcome to Power Talk and Onyx Expressions. This is a special occasion because we have a special guest today. You know me, I love doing book launches. Let me turn this music down a little bit. There you go, so that you can hear me clearly. I love doing book launches. I love when people put their work in the atmosphere. I love when the universe gets blessed, when somebody puts their concept and their idea, take it from pen, take it to fruition, and take it to reality. And that's what we're celebrating today. We are celebrating an authorpreneur. Now, you've heard of the word entrepreneur. We are celebrating an authorpreneur. Sonya Howell Barrow is launching her Sonya's Little Book of Quotes today. And we're going to talk to her. We're going to get some ideas about what inspired her. We're going to get some ideas about what's next. We're going to get some ideas about why she does what she does. So you're going to get a chance to hear from the author. So once again, this is Dr. John Gray. This is my special edition of Power Talk, along with Onyx Expressions Publishing. And I'm going to bring to the stage your authorpreneur of the day, Sonya Howell Barrow. My sister, welcome to the stage. How are you?
Hello, thank you. Thank you.
You excited?
I am.
All right. You should be. This is your big day. This is your big day. You're launching your Sonya's Little Book of Quotes. And this is not your first go round. You are also a best-selling author in your own right on a couple of occasions. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
What I want to do is I want to first let's get that sense of awe out in the open right now. How does it feel? How does it feel to have something go from idea to now is here, is reality?
I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm jittery. But most importantly, I'm thankful because I want to thank God for allowing my vision of this project to become a reality. Then I want to thank my two heartbeats, Jaquez and Deshawn, and my family and friends for their unyielding support. And I want to thank you, Dr. Gray, for hosting me on your platform. Thank you.
Hey, listen, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Like I said, I love it when things come to fruition. It is the author in me as well that just loves it when an idea just turns into a reality. By the way, for those of you who are logging in, I see we got some people joining in. Give me that shout out. Let Sonya know you are here. We're going to put the link up. That somebody we got congratulations, Sonya. We got people that's joining in. We're going to put the link in because today and today only, you can get Sonya's book on her special launch day for $1.99. So for less than $2 and for only 2 clicks, you can get this wonderful book in Kindle version today. So let Sonya know you're here. Put in the comments that hometown shout out. Let her know where you're logging in from because I know she'd love to hear from you. So Sonya, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk about the inspiration for this book. The inspiration of the book. What inspired this book for you?
So when I first embarked on my journey to become a published author, my oldest heartbeat, Jaquez, he sat me down and he asked me 3 important questions. He was like, Mom, you want to write books? You want to sell books? Or do you want to write and sell books? And so I was like, duh, I want to write and sell books. Duh, what are we talking about here? And then so pretty much he knew and I knew that I just wanted to write books and provide a great product.
Now, what does that do for you as an entrepreneur slash authorpreneur? What does that do for you to know that the very concept that you are birthing, it gets in people's hands and it impacts their lives?
So when I think about that question, I think back to when me and my son had our discussion because he wanted to ensure that I effectively reach my readers. It was 3 important points that he wanted me to hone in on. Number one, I need to showcase my talents as a skilled writer and a published author. Number two, whenever I write inspirations and whenever my readers read these inspirations, I want them to be intrigued. I want my readers to be able to share glimpses of my fire inspirations while in their very own personal space or thoughts without interruptions. And I'm confident that my fire inspirations will allow readers to do just that. And the third thing is I want each of my readers to feel special and know that I understand the benefits of inspirations, quotes, and daily affirmations because that's what it's about. Nature versus nurture. More importantly, I want to consistently feed the reader's mind with positive thoughts.
Now you up my alley. Now we talking. Because one of the things I always say is that bad news circles the world twice, sometimes before good news gets out of bed. It almost seems like that we are at a shortage of positivity. Why is that so important to you? That you flood the masses with positivity. Why is that a mission of yours?
Because I want each and everyone to live their best and blessed life. So I want them to always think positive thoughts and be motivated and inspired to do what makes them happy throughout life.
I love it. I love it. So one of the things that I noticed is that in your works you use the acronym FIRE. That's one of your go-tos.
Exactly.
Talk about that acronym and what that means.
And so FIRE is fearless, inspired, resilient, and empowered. And so when you think about my tagline is fire, igniting the joy and love within. Be fearless, be inspired, be resilient, and be empowered. So when you think about my tagline and you think about fire, my fire inspiration quotes were written in a way and in a purpose that are centered around my tagline.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I'm thinking about being fearless, my quotes or inspirations will talk about being fearless. When I talk about being inspired, my quotes will talk about being inspired. When I'm talking about being resilient, my quotes will talk about being resilient. When I'm talking about being empowered, my quotes will talk about being empowered. And those fire taglines are also the chapters within both my quote guides.
Mm-hmm. So you also have a companion to this. You have a companion journal. Why is it so important? Because I'm familiar with it and I know you write about it. But why is it so important that people journal?
Because journaling helps to encourage mindfulness as it allows the writer's thoughts to remain in the present. Journaling is also beneficial for mental health, self-confidence, emotional intelligence, and so much more. And my inspirational quotes, my fire inspirations, help to promote a positive mindset within our daily lives and workplace by encouraging positive thinking.
Sounds like Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. One of my go-tos. And also Bob Proctor. So one of the things I want to ask you is what inspires you? What inspires you when you're thinking about a project, when you're thinking about what's next, when you're thinking about how do I inspire somebody else? What moves you?
It varies. Sometimes I'm moved by my two heartbeats. Well, all the time I'm moved by my two heartbeats because my two heartbeats are my why. So I'm always moved by them. I'm moved by doing the things that I need to do for myself and for them for me to be successful in my life and successful for them. Because without them, it would be no me.
what do you say to somebody who they're just having a conversation with you, and they're
Mhm.
saying, Sonya, I'm having a hard time getting motivated, or I'm having a hard time feeling inspired. What do you say to them?
So it depends on the situation because, and what I would probably, the most important thing that want to tell my readers and whoever is talking to me is you continue to live your best and blessed life. And remember to be grateful for those who tell you no, because the no will continue to force you to be fearless, be inspired, be resilient, and be empowered to control the outcome of your own destiny. Because remember that you hold the pen in your hand to write
Yeah,
that God has planned for you. So that's what I would tell somebody. And it would encompass my whole fire inspirational tagline.
exactly. They hold the pen and stop letting other people borrow the pen, right?
Exactly. Write
Yeah, I
your
love that.
own narrative.
I see we have people that are logging on from Georgia. We got people logging on from Germany. So shout out to you guys who are logging on and getting showing Sonya some love on her special
Thank
launch day.
you.
Now I'm gonna
Thank
tell you how
you.
you can definitely show that love. If you can go and click on that Amazon link that we put in the comments, make sure you purchase that book today because we are going to change some lives. We're going to change some mindsets. We're going to change some heart sets, and we're going to change some destinies. Because when inspiration meets purpose, and when you put a plan behind it, I'm telling you, ain't no stopping you. Ain't no stopping you. So so here's what I want to ask: what's next for you? What's next? I
So what
mean, yeah,
so I'm still penning my memoir. And my memoir is a two-part memoir. And it's entitled She Is Me, Defying My Life's Obstacles by Not Becoming a Statistic. Book one, The Struggle is Real. And book two, Smile for Me. And ultimately, like I said earlier, ultimately, my heartbeats are my why. I overcame many obstacles. My newly released Fire Inspirations are my how. I overcame these obstacles. My upcoming memoir provides my what obstacles I defied and overcame. Because everyone has a story, and soon I will tell mine.
I'm so glad you said that. Everyone has a story. It is so interesting to me that people feel like they don't have anything to share with the universe. But as unique as we are with our own fingerprints, we are unique with our own story. So I listen. I want you to say that again for the folks in the back. Tell them that.
Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone. Everyone has a story to tell. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it's your story. Own it. And if you do not like your story, you hold the pen in your own hand. You control your destination. And if you don't believe me, wait until you read my memoir and
Wow.
you will say, wow, she
Ah,
has been through a lot. Because those who know me know snippets of my story, but I own my story. Because if it wasn't for my story, I wouldn't be here to tell my story. So own your story. It's your story. Don't be ashamed of it. Because many years I was ashamed of my story. I hid it. I was married. I think my ex-husband barely knew my story. And the gentleman I dated after I was divorced, I didn't share my story at all because I was ashamed and embarrassed. But now, who cares? It's my story and I own it because I snatched the pen from out of other people's hands and put it back into my hand where it belongs. Yeah.
There you go. Sonya, your confidence is radiating through this broadcast. I just see it when you talk about taking your story back, when you talk about taking your life back, I literally see the countenance on your face change. You are looking life on life terms right in the eye and saying, I got this.
I got this.
I got this. So that is so powerful. What I want you to do is I want you to describe yourself in 3 words. Describe yourself in 3 words.
I have to describe myself in 4. I'm fearless, inspired, resilient, and empowered to do what I need to do to live my best and blessed life.
You know I set you up for that one, right? Because I knew you were going there. I knew you was going to the acronym.
Because that's me. Like when the readers purchase my main book, they will see they will see my fire inspirations, and they will see the fire bullets. So as they read those quotes in the main book, they will see the quotes, and then they'll see fire bullets at the bottom. Those are the things I did to ignite my fire. Now, after they purchase the main book and enjoy the main book, when they go back and purchase my journaling book, they will say, let me journal how I interpret Sonya's quotes. Mm-hmm. Because Sonya's quote book is how Sonya interpreted her quotes. The journaling book is for the individual reader to be in their own mental space, their own quiet time, and they can just sit and say, this quote says this. This is what Sonya interpreted this quote. This is how I'm going to interpret this quote. And then this is how I'm going to journal it and apply it to my life. Because nobody even though there are twins in the world, the twins are different, triplets, they're all different. Mm-hmm. So one person's experience may not be the same. And that's why I wanted to point that out. I'm glad you brought that up. That's very important. When you look at the main book and see the fire quotes, those fire quote bullets at the bottom of each page is how I ignited my fire. I want you to ignite your fire after you read my fire inspirations and continue to ignite your fire with the journaling. But for today's launch, basically, I would like for you to go to Amazon.com for a mere $1.99 and get the main book. But
exactly, yes,
later get the journaling book, and you will see why, because it's a perfect companion, and it'll answer all your questions, and it'll let you answer your own questions with your own interpretations of each.
2 more questions for you.
Yes,
because
sir.
I know that I read a book called The 5 a.m. Club, and I know that in the morning I do my best journaling. When do you do your best journaling? Are you a morning person, or you're that late night person? When's your best journaling time?
In the evenings for me, because I'll think about my day. And so I'll think about my day, and then I'll journal in the evening. And then I'll think about if it's something that I did during that present day that I could do better tomorrow. Because remember, what you can do good, you can do better. One of my quotes. But it's not in the book, but it's a quote that's coming on my platform soon. But that's important. And so I would journal at night. So whatever that I did today that I could do better tomorrow, I'll think about that throughout the night in my sleep. And then tomorrow is always a new day. It's always a better day. And it's always a present, because it's a gift from God to allow you to live to see another day. That's a present. That's why it's a present. And the past is just that. You can't change the past. The past is your teacher. Learn from the past. Journal down your past because you know it already happened that day. And then focus on your present, which is tomorrow. Yep.
That was a perfect segue into my next question. How much does your faith inform your work?
Like in percentage, 100%. Because some people can walk the walk and don't talk the talk. But if I say I'm gonna do it, it's done. If I say I'm not gonna do it, I don't do it. Simple as that. Anybody that knows me, truly knows me, no. Just like my cousin, we're gonna back up for a second. The Science Little Book of Quotes. My cousin Nikki, she had been listening to, watching my quotes or whatever. And one day on the video, she said, Sonya, I love your fire inspirations and they motivate me. You know what? You know what you should do? You should write your own little fire. She didn't call it fire. She called it a journaling book. She said the kind that's on the coffee tables, doctor's, dentist's office, or whatever. She said, and you should do it. And I know if you do it, I know if you say you're gonna do it, you will do it because you always do what you say you're gonna do. And oh, by the way, you should call it Science of the Book of Quotes, a coffee table guide of fire inspiration. So my cousin Nikki, shout out and kisses to my baby cousin, about 10 months. She was the inspiration behind this book. And your beautiful wife, Dr. Angie Gray, was the inspiration behind the companion guide. I don't want to leave without giving those two ladies a shout out. Amen for being the inspiration behind this.
Amen to that. And one of the things that
I'm going to jump in and introduce myself. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm well, thank you.
Awesome, so good to see you. One of the things I want to make sure that people know is your resilience. Your resilience is off the charts. Perseverance, that's what I'm going to say. Actually, perseverance is off the charts. So I am just so pleased that you were able to birth this after going through all of the things that you've gone through, the story that you tell, that you're going to tell and share in your memoir. People are going to be blown away. I know, because I read stories all day, every day. When I read your story, I was just like, oh my goodness. So with that being said, they will be lit on fire for real, because if you can do it and become the success that you are, oh my goodness. The things that others go through, they may be big to them, but they're not as serious as we think they are, because we can always squelch those things and use them to grow on. So thank you for being willing to share your story, be transparent, be vulnerable, and more importantly than that, to turn around and bring somebody with you. So thank you for reminding everybody that they have a story where they can find their power and their strength. Thank you so much, Sonya. I am so proud of you and all that you have continued to do. You are a very accomplished woman long before we got to these books, but you continue to astonish me, and just keep on keeping on. As one of your fellow co-authors would say, keep on keeping on, and just keep doing what you do, because somebody is going to be blessed and their fire will be ignited because of you. So thank you.
Thank you too.
All right, that was a nice surprise. Thank you so much, Dr. Angie. Appreciate you. All righty. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna close out this segment, and I first of all want to once again thank you so much for gracing my platform with your launch. It is my privilege and my honor to do so, and this has been an awesome conversation. You are a very inspirational person. You are a very passionate person. And one of the things that you said that I resonated with is that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And you are a person of your word. So I thank God that this is not the end of what you're going to do. This is you're just getting started. So with that being said, here's what I would like to do. I would like for the encourager, which is you, to just shoot a little encouragement to the people.
Before I do that, can I give my extra thank you shout outs?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, what I want to do is I want to give you some solo FaceTime, let you do some shout outs, and just throw a couple of encouraging words to the people as we close out. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. As always, I want to thank God for allowing me to birth this project. I want to thank my two heartbeats. I want to thank my family and my friends. I want to thank my cousin Nikki again for inspiring me to even write this project. Again, I want to thank May Cervantes and her Magnetics Socials company for the outstanding graphics for my book designs and markups for my special media platforms, as well as helping me with the final touches of this project. May was very understanding of my expectations of the projects. I want to thank Farsal Rahman for being the best book formatter ever, as he helped me to transition my manuscripts into books. Farsal was very patient with me with understanding my expectations for the project. Again, I want to thank Doctors Angie Gray and her Onyx Expression Publishing Company for providing her editing and publishing expertise, because Dr. Angie was very patient with understanding my expectations of the project. I want to thank you, Dr. John E. Gray, for hosting my book launch event on your platform, and also for being available to answer my questions as needed for this project. Thank you all. And in case I left my family, I want to say thank you to my family again, and my friends, and my two heartbeats. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, because I can say the struggle has been real as we went through the process of finalizing the manuscripts for this project. Everyone was patient with me and provided me with outstanding support. It is greatly appreciated. Sorry. It's my writer's alarm. Thought I cut it off, sorry. And finalizing, because bottom line, finalizing this project has put all of our hairs on fire. I was igniting my fire, and I probably ignited everybody's hair on fire while igniting my fire. So thank you all for your patience, kindness, and support for me. And once again, in closing, I want to remind my readers and everyone again, you continue to live your best and blessed life. Remember to be grateful to those who tell you no. And sometimes you might want to be appreciative, because the no will continue to force you to be fearless, inspired, resilient, empowered to control the outcome of your own destiny. You hold the pen in your hand, and you have the ability to control your future and to write your future the way God has planned for you. And that's pretty much it. And please go to Amazon.com and purchase my book for $1.99. And also, for those, for a limited time, I will be offering free 15 to 30-minute consultation calls. And I will also give the first 3 people who contact me free copies of the book. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining my book launch.
That is so awesome. And the website is below, www.sonyahowellbarrow.com. Make sure you go ahead and visit, because this entrepreneur is on a roll, and there's so much more to come. I can't wait to read the memoir. I can't wait to get my inspirational book. I want a signed copy though, Sonya. I'm letting you know. I want a signed copy.
Absolutely.
All righty. So I just wanted to shout out everybody who logged on, and you had a lot of support on here. The love is flowing, and the hearts are going up on the screen. The love is flowing. So thank everyone for the part that you play, because no person is an island unto themselves. You know, we rise together, we grow together, and we make each other better. That is our goal, to make each other better. So once again, Sonya, congratulations. Great job. I know that there's more to come. And I look forward, if you have me, to do more launches for you, because I enjoy doing these.
Thank you. Absolutely. I have more books in me.
I know it.
Sir, thank you.
And world, here she comes. Sonya Howell Barrow, everyone. Thank you so much. This has been a special edition of Power Talk. I am Dr. John Gray, and from Onyx Expressions, and on behalf of Dr. Angie and myself, we are so proud of every author that we get a chance to highlight and showcase them to the world, because the world, somebody is going to read that book and they are going to change the trajectory of their lives based on what they read. That is the power of the pen. God bless you. Stay encouraged, stay inspired, stay empowered. Take care.